Some science facts sound so impossible, so strange, so downright unbelievable, that if someone told you without proof, you'd think they were joking. But the truth is our universe, our planet, and even our own bodies are filled with mysteries that defy common sense. Today, we're diving deep into real scientific facts that feel fake, yet are supported by hard evidence, experiments, and years of research. Get ready, because once you hear these, your definition of normal might never be the same again. Bananas are naturally radioactive. It sounds ridiculous, but bananas literally emit radiation. They contain potassium-40, a naturally radioactive isotope. One banana won't harm you, but technically, eating 100 bananas at once would expose you to a detectable dose of radiation. Scientists even created a funny unit called the banana equivalent dose to measure radiation safety. It's not dangerous. It's just one of those bizarre scientific truths that no one expects from a fruit. You have gold inside your body. No, you won't get rich by melting yourself down. But it is true. The average human body contains about 0.2 milligrams of gold. It's found in our bloodstream, where it helps with biological processes we barely understand. If all the gold in your body were collected, it would form a tiny speck too small to see, but it's real, measurable, and scientifically confirmed. You're literally worth more than you think. Trees communicate underground. It sounds like fantasy. But forests have a secret social network. Trees send chemical messages through their roots using fungi networks called They warn each other about droughts, insects, and diseases. Older trees even send nutrients to younger trees, almost like parents supporting children. Scientists call it the Wood Wide Web. A forest isn't just a group of trees. It's a community, and it talks. Octopuses have 3 hearts and blue blood. Imagine having 3 hearts. 1 for your body, and 2 for your gills. Octopuses live this reality. Their blue blood comes from copper instead of iron, which works better in cold, low-oxygen environments. Here's the strangest part. When an octopus swims, the main heart stops beating, which is why they prefer crawling. 3 hearts, blue blood, and a built-in reason to avoid cardio. Sounds fake, but it's real science. There's a planet where it rains glass. Far beyond our solar system lies planet HD 189733b, one of the most violent worlds ever discovered. It has 7,000 km/h winds, and sideways storms of molten glass. Yes, glass. The atmosphere contains silicate particles that condense into sharp glass shards, blown horizontally by supersonic winds. If you think Earth's weather is bad, be grateful you don't live on this planet. Honey never spoils. Honey stored for thousands of years in ancient tombs has been found perfectly edible. Why? Because honey is naturally antibacterial, low in moisture, and acidic conditions that destroy most microbes. It's the only food humans make that can last forever. Your last jar of honey might outlive you. Water can boil and freeze at the same time. Under the right pressure, specifically, a point called the triple point, water can exist as solid, liquid, and gas at the exact same moment. Scientists use this to calibrate instruments, but in everyday life, it sounds like sorcery. Boiling ice. Frozen vapor. A puddle doing 3 things at once? Totally real. Just physics, being weird again. A day on Venus is longer than a year. Venus rotates extremely slowly. 1 Venus day equals 243 Earth days. 1 Venus year equals 225 Earth days, meaning Venus revolves around the Sun faster than it spins on its axis. So if you stood on Venus, a year would end before the sun ever set. Time is strange out there. Human bones are stronger than concrete. Your femur, the thigh bone, can withstand more pressure than concrete. Bones, secret, a structure that's both rigid and flexible due to calcium and collagen. It can take huge amounts of stress before breaking. Nature engineered something stronger than many man-made materials. Inside your body. Lobsters don't die of old age. Lobsters age. But they don't age the way we do. They don't experience typical aging symptoms. Their DNA repair enzyme, telomerase, stays active for life. They grow bigger, stronger, and more fertile as they get older. They eventually die from exhaustion or disease, but biologically, they don't get old. Nature's closest thing to an ageless creature. There's a particle that can pass through the entire Earth. Meet the neutrino. Billions of them pass through your body every second. They barely interact with matter, meaning they can travel straight through Earth as if it were air. If Superman had a ghost mode, this would be it. The Eiffel Tower grows taller in summer. Heat expands metal. So in summer, the Eiffel Tower becomes about 15 centimeters taller. That's enough for scientists to measure accurately. A landmark growing and shrinking every year. It sounds animated, but it's just thermal expansion. Sharks existed before trees. Sharks are older than the rainforest, older than dinosaurs, older than the rings of Saturn. Sharks, 400 million years. Trees, 385 million years. For 15 million years, the ocean had predators. Before land had forests. Your stomach gets a new lining every few days. Your stomach acid is strong enough to dissolve razor blades. So how does your body survive? By replacing the stomach lining every 2 to 4 days. A rapid regeneration process that prevents self-digestion. Your body is constantly rebuilding itself without you ever noticing. Birds aren't real. From a physics perspective, birds are real, but the physics of how they fly is unbelievably complex. They use micro-adjustments in wing shape, feather angles, and airflow in ways we still can't fully replicate with machines. A hummingbird beats its wings 80 times a second, manipulating air like a living drone mixed with a helicopter. It feels impossible, yet it's pure science. Science doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes, it's just weird. Strange, mind-bending, and absolutely real. Which fact blew your mind the most? Tell us in the comments and don't forget to subscribe for more incredible discoveries.